Okay, there's your ring, and you'll notice that some of the bands have got marks. This one has 4. One of them has 3 and another one has 2. There's 3. And 2 of them don't have any marks at all, and they look like that. It's kind of a V shape, and the 2 are exactly the same. They come out of the same molds. They don't have marks, and it's those 2 that you start with, and they need to be in a certain order. At the moment it's correct, because while they're in this position, the ring that's in the middle will have the 3 marks, and those 3 marks need to be facing upwards as they are here. And if they're not, it just means that it's been flipped over. These 2, the V's have to point away from you. So you're holding them left and right hand, the V's pointing away from you, and the way they are at the moment, you can't see the 3 marks on this one here, whereas if you flip them over, then you can see those marks facing upwards, and they need to be, those marks need to be up the front. There's a convenient little notch here that the left hand V-shaped one will sit in, so that those 3 marks are close to you, not at the back. And in that position you'll find that the one hanging down on the right here has got 4 marks, and you want those marks up at the top. You don't want them down the bottom. Alright, you want them up the top, and when you've got them up the top, what happens is this right hand V-shaped one, you spin it, and when you do that, this little nose here, I call it, that nose gets pushed up, and you'll find that those 4 marks are now very close to those 3 marks. They're almost touching each other. When you've got it like that, you want to immobilize this pair, but you don't immobilize it with your left hand, because that will mean that these fingers are in the way when you want to move the next one. So you need to use your right hand to immobilize that pair. Like I said, the 4 marks and the 3 marks are basically right on top of each other. And if you've got it immobilized back there without them kind of coming out of place too much, you'll find that this one hanging down here on the right, you pick it up and move it up, and this is where those 2 marks come into play. you want those 2 marks to be as close as you can get to the 3 and the 4, because when you've done that, you'll find that it all sits together, and you now immobilize those 3 bands with your left hand, while the 2 that are left are those V-shaped ones that don't have the marks. It actually doesn't matter which one goes first, but if you try and do this one first, these fingers are in the way, so I always go down the back here, and you make sure that like I said, it's kind of V-shaped. That's the point of the V. You make sure the point of the V is inside, not out here somewhere, right, but inside, and it just folds down like that, at which point you then do the same with this one. Make sure the point of the V goes inside, and then it folds down as well. Easy when you know how.